to be able to print those numbers from 0 up to 9. The next one is exercise 4. It's telling us to write a function that prints numbers the same way from 0 to 9. Remember? But now this time it's also followed by a line. Okay. This is the prototype that we're supposed to add. Do not include. So we have if statement there. That's if is not equal to this and is not equal to that, then we're supposed to use put underscore put char twice in the code. One is for the line, one is for output. That's it. So this time let's copy this prototype first. We go in here and open main.h so that we can include it inside it. Get it? And then so Control VA. Wow. What went wrong? Okay, let me go in here back. Copy this. We want to paste yes. So this is it. So now this is already added in here inside the main.h file. So once we add this prototype, finished. Just go and save it. Already saved. Clear the screen a bit. So now VI. What do we need to do? We need to create this file here. We need this file. Okay, so that's it. To go in, we need to include main.h back inside here. So give it a description as well. Just to print your description is always going to be the question itself, what the question is asking you to do. That's it. There's no much magic behind this. So you just describe it further. Prints the number that appears. Okay, prints the numbers from 0 to 9 except for 2 and 4. That's it. What else do you need? Nothing else. Okay, Betty, how are you? I am very fine. Oh, okay, so void what? Void print out this. So we in actual sense it's the very one which is up there. So we are now creating our function void numbers void. So we do not have anything inside as passed as an argument. So move forward. So we are setting our variable to be equal to n. Then here we can now move for the same thing that we did in question 3. If this is equal to 0 and then n itself is less or equal to 9, then increment n. So after that we'll increment n. Inside here we're creating an if statement saying that if n is not equal to 2, and n is not equal to 4, right? What do? If that's the case, now print, give us the value. Yeah. Underscore put char, give us the value of n by 10, modulus of n by 10, sum it. Okay, a bug. That red indicator shows that there is a bug. I missed one bracket. So then after this, comma. Then otherwise, if that's the case, then we need the last put char, which is supposed to be at the end here, which is for the new line that is needed. Okay. This is the code. Simple. As simple as that. So for n equivalent to 0, if n for n equals to equal to 9, less or equal to 9, increment n. So if but, there's an if statement. If n is not equal to 2 and at the same time not equal to 4, then print out the value of n. The values of n, which is going to be 1, 3, 5, like that. 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, excluding 4 and 2. That's it. So we save this and we are good to go. So we can say, Betty, Wanji, check this for me. Baganda, how are you people? Muri mutia? Muri bulungi? Yo, guys, I think people are now scared. We were like, this guy can speak all of the languages. Yes, man, it's really a talent. That's why I'm telling you, we are genius villagers. Genius villagers move village to village. We have to learn everything. Oh, how can the world leave you behind? Yeah, okay. A lot of jokes. Let's go to the next exercise. The next exercise is about what? This thing's fun, man. I just love this stuff. Okay. Write a function that prints. Write a function that prints 10 times the numbers from 0 to 14, followed by a new line. 10 times the numbers from 0 to 14, followed by, the prototype is void. Let's copy this prototype and first paste it inside the main.h file. Okay, so we copy this and paste it in here at once. Okay, so that's already added in. Now we can save it. After that, now we come and create the file for this. This is how our code is supposed to look like, right? Okay, 10 times. So we are copying this. So we want to create this file. Enter. Okay, so what are we doing? What are the instructions saying? Are we allowed to use anything? Oh, nothing. We're not allowed to use the other stuff. So we're using put char and we're using it 3 times in the code. So we're having put char inside three times in the code. So what we need is write a function that prints 10 times the numbers from this. So it's like we need a count. So we're having 2 variables here. One that's going to multiply 10 times that one, and the one that's counting. So that's it. So we need the number, one representing the numbers and one which is calculating. That's it. So we need to include here our main .h header, then set as usual, set a description or more numbers. That's what it is talking about. So this prints prints numbers from this to 14, then 10 times. So if someone asks me what exactly does this thing mean, this question is saying that write a function that prints 10 times numbers. Okay, change it the other way around. Write a function that prints numbers from 0 to 14, but it should print these numbers 10 times. That's as simple as that. Print numbers from 0 to 10 to 14. So if you, it's like telling you that print 10 lines of numbers counting from 0 to 14. That's what it means. As simple as that. Team no stress. Who is team no stress here? That's what it is telling us to do. As simple as that. You don't need to go and first take fufu and then you get hungry. Then again you take another fufu. You're eating mama's fufu all for no reason. This thing is easy. So let's set up integers. 1, I can say d comma, okay, but the best thing is set up variables that makes sense. We can say the number, okay, let me say n is the number, then I can set it with the count. This makes sense. So now here we set 4, 4 which is talking about the count. So if for count equal to 0, while the count is equal to 0, and count, when count, okay, count is the number of lines that have for numbers that count when the first line of numbers from 0 to 14 is 0, is set to 0, and while it is less, sorry about this, my screen keeps on popping up. Shit, this thing is misbehaving. I think I need to deactivate this message option here. Okay, so this is, it's less to 9, right? It's less or equal to 9. The count is less or equal to 9. Now, someone may get confused by this. Let me explain it. Remember I said this function is actually asking you to print numbers from 1 up to 14, but do this 10 times. 10 times we're considering the indices of these numbers, so the index. So it's always going to start with the index 0. So the 10th index is 9, right? So while it's counting from the index 0 to 9, we need to set a condition for while n is set to 0, right? Is set to 0 and n is less or equal to 14. Yes, which is the number less or equal to 14, comma, we're going to increment n, right? So increment n. Now, while this is the case, then what do? We are going into an if statement. So if n is greater